I have to re-record this part because my computer was unable to read the file. But right here I got some Romas that I have tethered up here that we talked about in that video earlier in our channel. These are Italian Romas. I got a pink Berkeley tie-dye tomato here in a pot. Some tomatoes die, and so I replaced them with the pots. Another Italian Roma. We got the Puron sprayless. This section's mostly Purons, and we got some beets interplanted for companion planting. Some radishes that have flowered. And then on the end we got some jujubes that I need to start tying up. They haven't been doing that well, but we're still learning from them as well. This section right here is our Roma tomato section that we've been growing. This is the first plot that we planted. Here's some fruit that's been setting. And we also have some romaine that I let flower out so we can collect the seed. It's kind of like a dandelion. Got the feathers on there, and then there's the seed. Here's a couple other hybrids we're growing. This is a 5-gallon bucket. This is an early girl hybrid. Got a strawberry in a hanging basket. An early girl clone that we're trying to get going. And this is a Juliet grape tomato hybrid that we're growing in a 1.5-gallon bucket. And I forgot to mention this in our nursery part, that we got a little windowsill container of some more strawberries that we got for $1 at the hardware store. And some parsley. And then some cilantro that's gone to seed. A little bit of a nice habitat for different predator insects. And I forgot to mention that all these sunflowers were from seed that we collected off the farm last year. So I'm excited to see what kind of cross-pollination we got out of them. But this also helps with more predator insects as a habitat for them. We'll have some 5-banded typhid wasp, which is a predator wasp that likes to hang out in the corn and the sunflowers. Now over here I started a little wheat field that is kind of overgrown, but we're trying to get a little bit of wheat out of it. We also have some some watermelons that I had a container garden over here, and we grew watermelon and they didn't do too well for us. So I just kind of let the fruit rot, and obviously it put some seeds and is growing now. This is called the Desert King variety. It's a yellow type of watermelon in the wheat field. This is wheat right here. It's kind of sparse and didn't come in as well, but I had some older seed and I wanted to plant some wheat. And over here I got a few coxcomb, also called celosia. I got 4 plants. I just kind of threw the seeds, see what I would get. And then of course our sunflowers, which have almost grown to be as tall as me, and they will overtake me. We planted these in early April. Right here we got our elderberry bush. This thing's about 15 feet tall now. I planted this when it was, probably 2 or 3 feet tall in 2014, so about 4 years ago. I think it just blown up. This one I planted about 2 years ago to help cross-pollinate, because I figured out that the whole reason I wasn't getting any berries on my elderberries is because there's no cross-pollination. So I got a couple from a vendor and planted that one. And this one I transplanted again earlier in the spring, late winter, because I realized how close it was to the high tunnel, and you see how big this has gotten. Just ridiculous. So my whole goal is to just kind of make a north kind of block. And then these 5-gallon buckets, and in this bucket here, a few blueberry bushes that I got this year. I got this as a actual plant, and then the ones in the 5-gallon buckets are what were like rootstocks that we planted. We got a new beehive this year. Last year our beehive didn't make it, so we started again, and it's been doing pretty well. We just put the second hive body on yesterday morning. I gave them a whole sugar water yesterday, and you can see that whole quart is pretty much empty, so we'll be refilling that for them. And there's another one of our blueberry plants. We also have a small coop over here. I had a rooster living in, but he died this year. And we got some oats and some tomatoes that started growing, I guess, from the tomatoes I fed him, and he pooped them out, and now there's plants growing. That's how that works. I tried to move this, but it's pretty in there. So like I always say, this is Farmer Jeremiah with Jocus Farm. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. If you guys would like to subscribe, that would be great, because I'm a youngster. I love gardening. This is my passion, and we're going to be doing this for years to come. So if you'd like to hang out with us, see what we're doing. Got a little bit of boysenberry in this levee I built against the high tunnel. But if you have any suggestions or need help, or you just want to talk about gardening, you can always reach out to us through YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. So like I said, we'll be doing this for a while, and I hope to meet many of you guys in our gardening adventures. So I'll see you next time. Oh, we can't forget about our chicken coop. This is our chicken coop my dad built for me. Would say I helped, but I would say my help wasn't a lot compared to my dad's work. Got some eggs here. Trying to keep fresh hay, or fresh straw I mean, in there so our eggs stay clean, but sometimes they still do get dirty. There's one of our Rhode Island red hens. Oh, here's all 3 of them. I got 4, but there's 3 of them. And then here's a hybrid that we had happen. It's a cross between a cuckoo marron rooster and a Thai game fowl hen.